Hey guys, happy Friday. Here we're looking at Philippians 2 verse 6b. Did not regard equality with God as a thing to be grasped. To be grasped translates the Greek noun harpagmos, which refers to something that is seized or carried off by force. It was also sometimes used of a prize or an award. Because Jesus already possessed equality with God, the meaning of to be grasped is not taking hold of, but of holding on to or clinging to. He had all the rights and privileges of God, which he never could lose, yet he refused to selfishly cling to his favored position as the divine Son of God, nor view it as a prized possession to be used for himself. At any time, he could have appealed to his Father and at once received more than 12 legions of angels to come to his defense. But that would have thwarted his Father's plan, with which he fully concurred, and he would not do that. Although he was doubtlessly terribly hungry after fasting for 40 days in the wilderness, he refused to turn stones into bread in order to feed himself. Yet he graciously multiplied the loaves and fish so the hungry multitudes might be fed. It is that attitude of selfless giving of oneself and one's possessions, power, and privileges that should characterize all who belong to Christ. Wow. They should be willing to loosen their grip on the blessings they have, which they have solely because of Him. Christians are set apart from the world as children of God and joint heirs with Jesus Christ. Yet they must not clutch to those privileges and blessings. Instead, like their Lord, they must hold them loosely and be willing to sacrifice them all for the benefit of others. And then 2:7a, but he emptied himself. Emptied is from kinou, which means to empty completely. It is translated nullified in Romans 4:14 and made void in 1 Corinthians 1:17. Jesus Christ emptied himself completely of every vestige of advantage and privilege, refusing to assert any divine right on his own behalf. He who created and owned everything forsook everything. It must always be kept in mind that Jesus emptied himself only of certain aspects of his prerogatives of deity, not of his deity himself. He was never anything and never will be anything but fully and eternally God, as Paul was careful to state in the previous verse. All four Gospels make it clear that he did not forsake his divine power to perform miracles, to forgive sins, or to know the minds and hearts of people. Had he stopped being God, an impossibility, he could not have died for the sins of the world. He would have perished on a cross and remained in the grave with no power to conquer sin or death. As R.C.H. Lenski comments, even in the midst of his death, he had to be the mighty God in order by his death to conquer death. That's it for today. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.